It is so adorable how these brands wait for Apple to drop an update. Make them just thief the idea. Meet the Infinix Smart 10 with its cute iPhone wannabe design. I'm sure a few of you watching right now are equally laughing your asses off. Anyways, let's get started with this review, and hopefully, its specs won't be as lazy as its design. Starting with the first positive about its price. You can get the Infinix Smart 10 for about 102,000 Naira, which is pretty good pricing for an entry-level device in today's financial climate. The moment I held the Smart 10, I noticed how light and comfortable it felt. It's not heavy or bulky, just right for slipping into your pocket or holding for hours. The design is simple, and this titanium silver doesn't scream cheap phone. I personally love smallish phones, so the 6.67-inch IPS LCD came close to giving me a bit of a grin. Like, remember when phones actually fitted in our hands? What a nostalgic feeling. Its screen greeted me with surprisingly smooth scrolling, which is expected considering it has a 120Hz adaptive refresh rate. For an entry-level phone, this is a nice touch. However, what makes the Smart 10 feel a bit more premium is the punch hole cutout on its display. In 2025, this should be the norm, but considering most entry-level devices recently released come with teardrop cutouts, that makes this impressive. Alright, enough of that. It has a resolution of 720 by 1600 pixels. So, I decided to try out media consumption. On YouTube, the maximum resolution is 1080p, and everything looks great. Colors are compact, but contrast levels could be better. Saturation and skin tones are quite decent. It has a 700 nits peak screen brightness, so did not make for a great experience outdoors, especially under direct sunlight, but has been more than sufficient indoors. On my new best platform, TikTok, thanks in advance for 10,000 followers. The Smart 10 is a lot of fun, with a lot of credits going to its stereo speakers. This thing took me by surprise and did not leave me wanting. Sadly, you will surely experience some slight lags when you have multiple apps open or push it hard. So, I recommend having a max of 2 or 3 apps open per time. But this is expected for any device in this price point. In general, consuming content on the Smart 10 is a pretty decent experience, very worth its price tag. You know, a few days ago, it slipped out of my hands and almost made it to the floor before I intercepted. Thank God I'm not Onana, because the Smart 10 is all plastic, with no known drop resistance, making its durability quite questionable. It is however protected against some dust and splash of water, with its IP64 certification. Having it in a case is your safest bet, and I dressed mine up immediately after my experience, with the included protective casing, which is pretty much for protection against scratches in my opinion, considering how fragile it feels. But they say better safe than sorry. So, some of the budget phones coming out recently have this feature called Screencast or PC Connection for screen sharing, which I totally love. It makes it easier to be on your phone while working by simply dedicating a portion of your PC's display to replicate your phone. This also makes it easier to transfer files, as it is simply a matter of drag and drop. For some people, the advantage of this would be playing mobile games on a bigger display or streaming movies. Now, this feature is missing here on the Smart 10, which is disappointing. I know some of you will call me out in the comments for expecting so much from an entry-level device, but all I can say is wake up. We've come a long way from 2023. I mean, the Tecno Pop 10 is fitted with an IR blaster for controlling your electronic devices, and the Itel City 100 has AI powered by DeepSeek. Even this Infinix Smart 10 has Infinix AI, which I am guessing you all know what it is at this point. So yes, anything is possible, and change comes from us demanding it. Anyways, if you find the Screencast feature fascinating or you haven't tried it out yet, here is what you can do. On your PC, download A-Power Mirror or any similar software. Make sure you have it installed on your phone if it isn't native. Go ahead and launch them. Once connected, it should appear just like this. If this isn't working, make sure you have an updated version of Windows installed on your PC. Also, if your Windows hasn't been fully activated, simply head over to this website, www.keysfan.com. Search for Windows and you can get genuine PC software activation keys at a discount. And even better, use the code TCE50 to get 50% off Windows Series and TCE62 to get 62% off Microsoft Office Series. To purchase, simply add to cart, enter my discount code, and just like that, you get a $30 software for just $15. You can pay via credit card or PayPal. But I am big on online security, so I would recommend using PayPal for all your checkouts. So that is TCE50 and TCE62 for your discounts. I will leave links and details in the description, so do check it out. Thanks KissFan for sponsoring this segment of the video. Now for security, the Infinix Smart 10 has a side-mounted fingerprint sensor that is pretty responsive. It also doubles as its power button. Also to note, it supports a dual SIM setup with room for storage expansion, which is necessary in this case, as the Smart 10 only has a 64GB storage capacity for the variant I have here. At the heart of the Smart 10 is a Unisoc T7250 chipset, formerly known as the Unisoc T615, and an octa-core processor clocked at 1.8 GHz. Now, this isn't a powerful processor, and paired with the GPU's performance, it is adequate for basic graphics rendering and casual games, but don't expect high refresh rates or detailed visuals in graphically intensive games. It is designed to keep things simple and efficient. It has 3GB of RAM. Yes, just 3GB. It might sound limiting in 2025, and that's because it really is limited. The phone uses virtual RAM technology to expand that memory, which should help with multitasking and keeping apps alive longer. But honestly, who are we kidding? Switching between apps often led to noticeable lag, and multitasking was a struggle. Even simple apps like TikTok or YouTube sometimes took a moment to load or refresh. It is not a powerhouse, but it's a reliable companion for everyday adventures. The phone runs Android 15 Go Edition with Infinix's XOS 15.1 skin on top. This combination brings the latest Android features to an entry-level device, which is a big win. The interface is clean and user-friendly, with smart features like Face Unlock, making access quick and secure. XOS 15.1 adds some useful tools without overwhelming the system, which helps keep performance steady. Notifications, quick settings, and app management all feel intuitive, making the phone easy to live with day after day. On the bright side, the 5000 mAh battery is solid. It lasts a full day with moderate use, which is impressive given the performance issues. Charging speed, however, is slow at 15 watts, so you will need some patience to get it back to full power. The Infinix Smart 10 features an 8MP rear camera with AI enhancements and a 2MP depth sensor for portrait shots. In good lighting, it captures decent photos with no impressive dynamic range. Video recording maxes out at 1080p 30 frames per second, suitable for casual clips. On the front, an 8MP selfie camera with a dedicated front flashlight stands out. Great for low-light selfies and video calls. The camera app is simple and includes useful modes like AI Cam and Portrait. However, low-light performance is weak, with grainy images and slower shutter speeds, and there is no video stabilization. Overall, for a budget phone, the Smart 10's camera delivers solid daylight shots and handy features, making it a good choice for everyday photography without breaking the bank. So, is the Infinix Smart 10 worth your money? Honestly, only if your needs are extremely basic, like calls, text, and very light app usage. If you expect crazy smooth performance, multitasking, or gaming, this phone will likely frustrate you. It is a reminder that sometimes budget comes with compromises that are hard to ignore. I honestly kinda like this phone, and its design kinda grows on you too. If you have one already, let me know in the comments what your experiences are. Drop a like for the video if you have found it useful. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my review on the Tecno Pop 10C, Poco C71, Itel A90, and the Infinix Smart 10 HD coming next. Hit this right here to watch alternatives to the Infinix Smart 10. Thank you for your time. Till we see you again. Bye bye.